Water companies are crucial in ensuring the delivery of clean water, an essential requirement for life within the complex web of Britain's infrastructure. However, lurking beneath the surface of this crucial service are numerous challenges that pose a risk to the financial stability of these important entities. Water companies operate within a regulated framework, overseen by bodies like Ofwat. They face numerous challenges, including aging infrastructure and disruptions caused by climate change. Their goal is to balance affordability and compliance with strict regulations. In this exciting video, we are going to explore the numerous factors contributing to the financial uncertainty faced by Britain's water companies. UK water companies operate under strict regulations enforced by regulatory bodies, like the Water Services Regulation Authority. These regulators establish price controls and performance targets for the companies. If a water company fails to meet these targets or faces unexpected costs, it can result in financial difficulties. A significant portion of the UK's water infrastructure is currently facing aging challenges and requires urgent repair or replacement. Keeping up and improving infrastructure can be quite expensive and put a financial burden on water companies, especially if they can't transfer these costs to consumers because of regulatory limitations. Climate change presents us with various challenges, including a rise in extreme weather events such as floods and droughts. These events can cause significant harm to infrastructure and disrupt operations, resulting in higher expenses for water companies. Investing in treatment facilities and infrastructure is crucial for maintaining water quality and meeting environmental regulations. Incidents of pollution, like chemical spills or contamination from agricultural runoff, can result in significant cleanup expenses and harm a water company's reputation. Striking a balance between investing in infrastructure and ensuring affordable water bills for consumers can be challenging. Regulators can restrict price hikes, potentially hindering companies' ability to generate the necessary revenue for essential investments. The water industry in England has been going through significant changes to enhance competition and streamline operations. Incumbent water companies may face challenges as they contend with new competitors and the need to enhance their performance. Like other businesses, water companies depend on debt to fund their investments and operations. Excessive debt and the expenses that come with it can put a significant burden on a company's financial health, particularly when revenues fall short of projections. Water companies could encounter legal repercussions or be subject to regulatory penalties if they fail to comply with regulations or meet performance targets. These actions can lead to substantial financial penalties and harm the company's reputation. Political decisions, like shifts in government policy or public sentiment towards the privatization or nationalization of water services, can significantly influence the operational landscape for water companies. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a wide range of effects on businesses, including water companies. For example, shifts in consumer behavior, like the rise of remote working, may impact water usage patterns and revenue streams. Given the ever-growing population and rapid urbanization, water companies face the daunting task of establishing adequate infrastructure to cater to the surging demand. Constructing additional infrastructure to support the expanding population can be quite costly and may burden water companies, particularly if they cannot recoup the expenses through higher tariffs. Water scarcity has become a pressing concern in certain regions of the UK, particularly in the southeast. This is primarily attributed to various factors, such as climate change, population growth, and rising water consumption. Water companies should prioritize investments in technologies and strategies for effective water resource management. This includes exploring water recycling and desalination options to guarantee a consistent and dependable water supply. These investments can be expensive and potentially significantly affect the financial stability of water companies. The water industry rapidly adopts technological advancements and digital solutions to optimize operations, monitor infrastructure, and alleviate service quality. Although these advancements have the potential to provide cost savings and operational improvements in the long run, the initial investment costs can be quite significant. Water companies might need to help secure funding for these investments, especially if they encounter regulatory limitations on raising tariffs. Water companies may face operational challenges when disruptions in the supply chain, such as shortages of materials or equipment needed for infrastructure maintenance and upgrades. These interruptions can cause project delays and higher expenses, increasing financial resources pressure. Water leakage from aging infrastructure poses a significant challenge for water companies, resulting in valuable resources and revenue depletion. To effectively tackle the problem of leakage rates, Significant investments in infrastructure repair and replacement are necessary, despite previous efforts made to reduce them. Reducing leakage rates while keeping water affordable for consumers can pose a significant financial challenge for water companies. In today's digital age, water companies face various cybersecurity risks that can have serious consequences. These risks include data breaches, ransomware attacks, and disruptions to operations. Implementing strong cybersecurity measures to promote critical infrastructure and sensitive data can financially challenge water companies. Water companies could be subject to legal action and claims for compensation from a range of interested parties, such as customers, environmental organizations, and regulatory bodies. Water companies may face substantial financial liabilities and experience a negative impact on their profitability due to legal expenses and settlements arising from disputes, such as incidents of water contamination or regulatory noncompliance. The confidence of investors in their water sector and the volatility of financial markets can impact the capacity of water companies to secure capital and obtain financing. Fluctuations in the market, uncertain economic conditions, and shifts in investor sentiment can lead to higher borrowing expenses and pose difficulties for water companies in financing their operations and investments. Throughout time, water companies may have acquired or gathered environmental responsibilities from past industrial practices, like the pollution of water sources or the contamination of land. Addressing and resolving these sites can pose a considerable financial challenge for water companies, particularly if the expenses surpass initial projections or legal responsibilities come into play. The regulatory landscape for water companies is always changing, with new regulations being introduced to tackle emerging environmental issues, improve water quality standards, and increase resilience to climate change. Ensuring compliance with these regulations often necessitates investing in technology, upgrading infrastructure, and making operational adjustments, which can burden water companies financially. Water companies face significant expenses when managing and getting rid of wastewater from various sources, such as households, industries, and farms. Meeting strict wastewater treatment standards and dealing with growing volumes of wastewater caused by population growth and economic activities can significantly increase operational expenses and affect the financial performance of water companies. Britain is prone to natural disasters like floods, storms, and landslides, which have the potential to cause extensive damage to water infrastructure and disrupt water supply operations. Water companies should prioritize investments in measures that address the challenges brought by natural disasters. This includes strengthening flood defenses, enhancing emergency response systems, and improving infrastructure resilience. Nevertheless, these investments have their own expenses that can burden financial resources, especially in areas that are susceptible to frequent natural disasters. The water industry in England and Wales underwent privatization in the 1980s and 1990s, establishing privately owned water companies. Although privatization has brought about certain advantages, such as improved efficiency and infrastructure investment, it has also introduced the influence of profit motives and shareholder expectations. Water companies often face financial challenges as they strive to balance the interests of shareholders, long-term infrastructure investment, and service affordability. Regulatory pressures further compound these challenges. Water companies face mounting demands to lower carbon emissions, improve energy efficiency, and allocate resources towards sustainable energy operations like solar and wind power. While these efforts contribute to the sustainability of our environment and help combat climate change, they do require initial investments and ongoing operational expenses. Water companies often face the difficult task of balancing the financial implications of sustainability initiatives with other priorities. As Britain's water companies face many challenges, including aging infrastructure, regulatory constraints, and the impacts of climate change, the road ahead seems uncertain and filled with obstacles. However, in these challenges, we can come together and plan strategically. Through promoting teamwork among stakeholders, embracing new ideas, and placing importance on environmental responsibility, water companies can navigate a path towards financial stability and guarantee the ongoing supply of this essential resource to communities throughout the country. It is crucial to take proactive measures, implement adaptive strategies, and maintain a steadfast commitment to service excellence to protect the integrity and reliability of Britain's water supply for future generations.